Principal of Indravan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Sitaram, everybody. Sitaram. Let me start off first of all. I want you to remember why we're here this evening. The birthday girl, they come out from the hospital and she was sitting down right there. And I come to look for her. So she started telling me, Baba, I'm not sure about the 28th. And what we could do. So I said, well, anything you want to do, I'll do for you. What you want. And she said, well, we could do a little singing. We do puja already. And I said, all right, so well, we come and sing. We want to read. She said, well, you choose now. You know what I like. I said, well, tell me what you like. Now I know how to be somebody who, people of that generation grew up. Every satsang is Ramayana, if you understand what I mean. So she's an ardent Ram devotee. But it so happened, she said, let me read a little Krishna Katha. I want to hear a little Lord Krishna Katha. So, when I just want to go over, I'm going to read Bhagvat as I keep in my word. Everybody understand where I'm coming from. Because somebody has passed away, people might say, well, it's dead satsang and dead house and all of that. But remember, that we get away from the tradition thing. When the bandara is finished, when pinda and sapinda is shared, correct me if I'm wrong, and we share food, and we share prasad, and everybody, when you're going home, carry a little chana, etc. It was now clean enough to carry. In a circumstance like that, the place now comes so clean. Or they come every month, we got a satsang. 6 months, 1 year, prayers could be done. However, we have, I don't know where the tradition come from, the place unclean for the whole year. But that is not the truth. That is a little misconcept that really linger with we people. The truth is, you come clean. That is how, let me be fair, we could move on. We could be normal. Prayers continue in this time. I'm starting tonight with a little explanation. In this time, they say more charity, more good, more, let me say, good reading, katha, satsang, chanting, good benefit the lady. That is why we come together tonight. Share here with me. But that soul need help. And when you love somebody, well, partner, when they live in, you go to the pharmacy, you go to the doctor, you support. And when that life no longer there as a Hindu, we pray. That is all I could do. So with that in mind, everybody put your hands together. I'm not doing arati just for tradition reasons, what everybody understand me, but we're getting ready to do Bhagavad. So let me pray, and then we'll do Sumiran, because I know she'd love this. This part, only bear with me, I'm reading for my tanti tonight. I am reading for somebody I grew to love. All she crazy grandchildren and she children and everybody nice. But this old lady was always loving, respectful. Baba, you're having Jaga come in. Baba, will you come by me? And we always had that love. And I remember that love tonight. So you do your part with your prayer. Dear Lord, tonight, for those people that looking on, for those people here, we in Freeport singing with our loving family as we celebrate somebody. Lord Krishna, that girl is with you now. And we ask you to please take care of her. Let she know we love she. At the very onset, we loved her. And that is why, because of that loyalty, we pray to you, dear God, to look after her. Prabhu, for everybody sitting here, I may not know all the mantra. I may not know all the intricacy with that Baba saying there. But in my heart, God, I love that lady. And tonight, if my words have any value, dear Lord, please accept my prayer and bless her. That's what we're doing tonight. Simple prayer, everybody. Om Gajananam Bhutaganadi Sevitam Kapeta Jumbo Palachara Bhakshitam Umasutam Sho Kavinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Parapankajam Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sharanye Narayani
Namostute.
Guru Brahma
Guru Vishnu
Guru Devo
Maheshwara
Guru Sakshat
Param Brahma
Tasmai Shri
Guruve Namaha.
Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Tonight as we get set, we broadcasting live for people to see and to learn. My grandmother is a grandmother that could be in any home. And in today's world, not every child and grandchild will stand up like how they stood up in this house. So permit me the opportunity to teach other families how to live. When I was in the little moment, I was in that hospital with her, let me share a secret. These grandchildren didn't shun she and say, huh, I've done prayers here and I've seen a son. He the most religious fella. He don't rush to be by the baby. He just always say, Ma, don't worry, you go do it. Ma, you go do it. And she used to come by the baby and she said, Baba, one day I'll go. But you got to tell him, he got to do the work now. Not everybody had a blessing, to see tomorrow, how to plan. Some people had that vision and that grace, and not everybody have that. So tonight, for those people that looking on, the first thing, you see when they say, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, somebody asks it tonight, you come into anti-prayers, you have to learn. Why you say it? Garud Puran tell it that is the 12-syllable mantra. That mantra, when you chant it, an entire janam of sin is burnt away. So tonight, I say 3 times, God, whether my mother day, whether my grandmother day, whoever she is to, clear she way. Clear she way. Tonight is not about me and you. Tonight is about that lady. Tonight is about the mother. This mother in this house who do, and I can tell you, the lady was, the foot swelling. I used to be sitting here for the prayers, and the foot swelling, and she only studying crystal with the next grand, what they doing in school. With my daughter, Baba, forgive, we didn't come by the Bhagvat. My daughter had work, my child had this, my grandchild had that, my son, he working. That was all this lady used to study. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, all I know she better than me. As a little boy in front of Somalia. I think tonight we could study she a little bit. And that is what we're going to do. With that in mind, put your hands together. For those of you online, welcome to Satsangh. We're in Freeport and we are singing with our family, Bhagvat Sumiran. Let me ask him for the blessing. Oh, Christian, come tonight and give it the strength. If my grandmother living, if my mother living, if my family, help me, God, help me to be a better child. Heal the home, heal the family, bring love, bring peace. And for those people who are ailing and sickly, God, help them too. Riddhi Siddhi Datta. Ma, tell you, I come and sing tonight for you. Siddhi Sadhana Vadana Vadana Sumiro Bharambar Madana Kadana Ke Lal Ko Ganapati Kripa Nidhan Dehu mohi vardhan
Vajano bhasha bhagavat
Jai Shivananda Kanda
Bhutanath bhavabhaya harana
Bhakti Vishaya Nirvan
Gauravarana mangala karana
He Braj Chandra Mukunda
ब्रजभूषण दूषण हरणा कतहो भव भय पंडा चरण शरण लियान करा
जय 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 जगदीश
सेवत शेष महेश हजा महिमामित अबेवा वीर बीर जानत नहे
रिद्धि सिद्धि दाता
सिद्धि सदन वारन वदना
रिद्धि सिद्धि दाता
सिद्धि सदन वारन वदना
सुमिरो बारंबार
मदन कदन के लाल को
वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Tonight, if we had to pray, if you had to concentrate your mind on something, simple prayer now. We have to pray on her behalf. But we will hear just now in the Bhagvat the value of seeing the Lord. Many people see the multi and they see the prayer, they see the flag, and they start to pray, dear God, give me. Dear God, help me. Dear God, if you give me this, I'll give you a root. If you give me this, I'll give you a barfi. If you help me in the marriage, I will promise I'll go fast. That is how we barter with God. But when you're sick, when you're in trouble, be honest with yourself. Sickness is for me and for you as well, so we have to start a plan. When you lie down in a hospital bed, and that time you have no husband, no wife to care, no baby to run behind with pampers, no schedule, no job, no taxi coming in the morning, all those days are finished. And your prayer become, I wish somebody could walk through that door and say one kind word to me. God, you're going to come and look for me tonight in my sleep. You never look for him. You never know him. You never build that relationship. He might walk in front of you. And you may not see him. You may not recognize him. It has so many examples of that. They tell you Garud in Ramayana. Garud goes to Lanka where the war waging, just to remind you. And it had a time Sri Ram and Lakshmana was wrapped with snakes. They got caught up in a little arrow. And they now lie down on the ground, wrap up with snake, and Garud get called from Jamund and come help them. You just eat snake, help them. Simple language for children. So when he finished help them, Garud said, but ain't they say you is Mahavishnu? You couldn't rip up two little snake? You call me? How could that big God fit in little you? The entire Uttarakhand Ramayana dealing with the doubt that Garud had. And Garud is this close to Lord Vishnu. Me and you in this Kali Yuga, we have to pray, God, bless me to see you, to know your form. That the day I get in a nightmare for children, the day I in the car, an accident coming, trouble is coming, my mind must run to you. Think about that. I don't think about God just by seeing him. You're going to give me a blessing. Some people don't believe that. Every day I see Namurti, no value. Every day I see Tulsi tree, no value. Consider tonight what we're going to say. This prayer is talking about the form of Lord Krsna. Put your hands together, everybody. We're just going to do one or two verses. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam
जानकी नायकं रामचन्द्रं भजे
Achyutam Keshavam Satyabhamadavam Madhavam Sridharam Radhika Radhitam Indira Mandiram Chitasa
सुन्दरं देवकी नन्दनं नन्दजं
Vishnave, Jishnave, Shankarne, Chakrane,
Rukmani Radhini Janaki Ranave,
Vallabhi, Vallabhe, Arjite, Atmane,
Vansavi Dasani Vanshani Dinama,
Achyutam, Keshavam, Ramanarayana,
Krishna Nadodaram Vasudevam Hari,
Sridharam, Madhavam, Gopika, Vallavam,
Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje,
Krishna Govinda, He Ramanarayana,
Sripati Vasudeva Chiti Srinidhi,
Achyuta, Ananta, He Madhava, Duksaja,
Draupaka Nayaka Draupadi Raksaka,
Achyutam, Keshavam, Ramanarayana,
Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari,
Sridharam, Madhavam, Gopika, Vallavam,
Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje,
Janaki Nayakam, Ramachandra Bhaje. Tonight, let me revise your question a little bit. When you listen to this Ashtakam, it is calling on that same Krishna in different form. Just to revise, when I call you Damodara for the Christian devotee here tonight, that is what I name. What is that? What I calling him on? Remember that I remember there's a discourse with you, O Kanha. Your mother did tie you to a pestle with a piece of rope, and your lila, he making the rope get short, and the lady again frustrated. Because at that katha, he is called Damodara. Krishna, when Satyabhama is going to destroy this person called Mura, he becomes Murari because of it. That is when they're on the back, when Diwali time comes, you'll hear more about that. When they're on the back of Garuda and they're going to fight, Murari they call him. But one of the names they call him here, the one who brings liberation to his mother. When Yasoda is given the opportunity, this Yasoda gets to have some wonderful moments. She's tying him in one side, she's fighting with him in the other side. When he goes on the snake, Kalya, and everybody fighting, oh God, look what happening to me, Krishna. That way they sing, O Nanda Baba Jiko Jaya, in that bhajan. That's a bhajan, all mustn't dance. Kya hai gel rahe, kya hai balla. What a game is being played here. Krishna went in the water, for the adults who know the discourse, are touching on it. Krishna went in the Yamuna for the ball, they was kicking a ball, and he went in the water for the ball. But in that water had a very poisonous, potent snake named Kalya. And he really went to kill Kalya, because Kalya was trying to kill the little boys, the gopis and gopas that were headed into the cow. The animals were dying because of the potent poison that was being emanated from the snakes. And as the katha went on, Kalya raised up with all his head. You sometimes see it in Pitya. And Krishna looking like he hopscotching from mouth to mouth. And everybody getting frightened. And as per the discourse, Balaram says, hold on, leave him. Only don't interfere with him. Wait, give he a chance. He know what he doing there. And everybody stand up, and the old fella watching, and the young boy is watching. And the last person to come in that circle is Yasoda. The mother was told, put yourself in this position. Your son and his sore feet are dancing on the fangs of a snake. And oh, Mother Yasoda, his feet are getting red. Watch the picture next time you see it. The foot, the little baby foot, the artist is making it look extra red. So Yasoda come and she start to quarrel with everybody. How well I could see my baby, look at the foot red. What kind of people are these? All you can see a little child dancing on a snake. In time and time again, Yasoda cannot focus on anything. And maybe that the lesson. Krishna didn't want her to do anything. Every time she was doing, she would come back to me. Come, focus on me. Watch me. Do everything for me. Anything you're doing, ma, study me. I'm mixing the mark on here now, but I wonder how God with Chulia doing. Where's that Chulia doing? What the trouble man doing? He'll come from it just now. That was the life of Yasoda. But being a stressed out mother is one aspect of that discourse. But as we go here tonight, it had more to that discourse. Everybody. Prem Sabala Vindra Van Bihari Lalaki Jai. It is said in two places, in Uttarkand Ramayana, Tulsidas Ramayana, and in the first canto of Bhagvat. Why would we listen to Bhagvat in a time like this? What benefit? What is the benefit that this could do? Let's join together in this first sloka as it sets the tone for our katha tonight. Narad Muni is teaching about how it becomes relevant. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayana. Together, everybody.
Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo
Namah.
Pragata Swaviraye Yatam Tirat Padaye Prakshrivayati Ahutam Idame Shravana Shravanaye Nam Darshante Narayanaya
Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. In the first part of Bhagavad, in the 6th chapter, the personality of Narad Muni is being discussed. And his father, Brahma, is teaching Narad how to pray, how to win. And he tells him, if a person takes the name of Sri Hari Vishnu, if that person could listen to the divine tune when his name is being chanted, if the person could sing themselves the tunes, the songs, the glory, the katha of Sri Hari Vishnu, know that everything, this entire universe becomes pleased with that individual. Be that person a sinful person or a blessed person, it will only add to their merit. And when a person has to go for judgment, oh Narad, that person rise above the sansara. They rise above all the go and come, born and die, all that pain and suffering. The person doesn't go through that. He says further, and this is why we come in this section, the recitation of the katha or the deeds of the Lord is considered to be the highest, the most graceful thing. That when a person has the right attitude, when they with their mothers want to hear and want to learn, the person may be empty. They don't know all the innards of the discourse. They don't know the Bhagavad. They don't know the Ramayana. They don't know the mantras, but they want to know. Oh Narad, you have that earnest. Why is this so? How did it come to be? When did it happen? If a person has that intrigue, that natya brings them very close to the divinity, to the energy. And if a person should practice just shravanam, listening to the katha of God, then the blessings that come from that type of practice burns away lifetimes of bad activity, sinful activity, etc. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. This is why one of the things when we get older, maybe I can't do the fasting, maybe because of my inability to walk, I cannot walk, Pandit, from the main road to the river bank. They have great places in this world of great merit, Tirat, etc. But because of my age, Pandit, I can't physically reach there. But then, when a person reads half, for example, half, you listen to half of Bhagavad Gita, you get the same blessing as if you do Gaudan, 9 chapter. If they chant it, that is what you get. If I do 6 chapter, I get the blessing is as if I went to India, reach into Haridwar where Ganga is flowing, and I take a bath just by listening to that type of discourse. This Gita part is just an example. So now imagine you and I, we are in the hospital room, we are in the bed, and we physically can't be. There's still an option. And this is one of the reasons why people make the attempt to say, go by them and say, if it's Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, if it's the long version like what I'm talking about, where you get to read many verses, if they just get to hear it in today's world, we have YouTube, you play it, just let it listen to it. And so great is the name of God that even in that circumstance, it would bring blessing. For that reason, tonight, we enter into the 10th canto of Bhagvat, where the Leela of Krishna is being described. In that section, for those of you online following, we are going into chapter 8, where Vasudeva and Devaki is still in the jail cell in Mathura. Krishna is now in the house by Nanda Baba and Yasoda. Vasudeva asked his Pandit, Garg Muni, to go and look for those babies that are by Nanda. A prayer is going to be done. This part, Vasudeva wants to make sure that his children, that boy, Krishna, has proper name. Tonight, the first part, you will hear how he gets the name Krishna. Who gives him the name and what it means. Let's join together, everybody, as we listen to Sukdev Goswami teaching Raja Parikshit about these secrets about the Krishna Leela. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Garga Purit Ye Rajan Sandhya Tap Brajayatam Gajanandasya Vasude Prohit Yena Drishti Param Prati Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Tam Drishti Param Prapti Praptar Kritaya Ham Jalani Achit Shama Pratna Pratipanetam Saralyati Pariyatau Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Umapati Mahadev ki Jai. Garg Muni is somebody who is very knowledgeable of not only puja, like what me and you might do together. This is one of the people that is integral in creating for the first time the Patra book. He is one of the people that made the science of how to read the lines, whether on your forehead, on your palm, different areas, how to tell the future. He is the person who makes the science. If a person has a mole, for example, on your right cheek, it means this child will grow up with certain features. If the person has, just like how you know, if your right eye is twitching, it means something. If my left side is twitching, it means something. If, for example, like me, where you have this little peak here, children might know what I'm talking about. We call it the widow's peak. Or the boy toe, the second toe longer than the big toe, it means something. Somebody ruling somebody. All those things come from Garg Muni. He is the person who writes these things down for me and you to follow. He says in this world, people are not prepared for the moments of future. And if you are God, then you can dictate what happened in the past, what will happen again. And if the person has a little insight, a little foresight, maybe they will be able to do some charity, maybe they will be able to do some fasting, some prayers. And if you endorse, they went with the book and they beg Lakshmi Mata, Mother, if you make this book a holy book, if you bless it so well, everybody will worship the Patra book, Arti the book, worship the book like how we do Ramayana and Bhagvat. And Lakshmi Mata said, I am not sitting in that. I am not blessing that. Do not give them that. Let them instead grow throughout their life dependent on God, not only in moments when bad coming. So for that reason, you don't see people arti in this book like how we arti other book. This is where that came from. So Vasudeva now, he is still locked up. Garg and he share a relationship where although he's in jail, the Pandit is come to look for him. At different times, Garg had to go and pray. One person who does the Navratri Vrat is Vasudeva. He believes in it. How me and you just tie the coconut and do the worship with the coconut? His children are always in trouble and he depends on this prayer to get and save them. And he did it before through Garg. He said, Garg, you go on the hill and do the worship and bless me to get through with this child in the days of making Krishna. To get through, to get Krishna to move. Only when Mother blessed them, then according to Devi Bhagvat, it happened. When Krishna becomes an older person at middle age and he is in the fight with Jamant to get back the gem, it was Vasudeva who does Navratri prayers again to get back this child. And all these prayers was done by this fella Garg. So he calls on Garg and he says, "O Muni, in the city, in the place of Vrindavan, my son is tossing in his bed this morning. By your holy prayer and your blessing and the blessing of Lord Vishnu, today my son is safe. Go and do Nam Sanskar. Go and give him proper name. Go and give him what only I as a father could give, only as a mother could give. For the people here tonight, for those of you looking on, when mommy have the baby, mommy is doing all the work. She has to take care of the child, feed the child, etc. in the belly. As a Hindu, the prayers, 3 months, all the cells in the child coming together. The nerves. God, the mother is pray, bye baby, for that 3 months sanskar. God bless this child. We don't want no brain to misform. We don't want ADHD. We don't want Down syndrome. We want a good memory. We want a healthy child, perfect child. Mommy says that prayer. 6 months when all the organs forming, mommy praying again. God, make sure the heart have a hole. Make sure the lungs make properly. Bless the eyes to work. Bless the ears to work. Mommy is working. 8 months now. Shashti Puja is done. And they beg daddy prayers, if you ever see it, when they do the puja here, if the girl is not, vomiting, etc., and she's able to do the puja, when they finish do the prayers, the ladies go one side. Just to remind you, the mommy now, she lifts the top of the belly exposed, and the mother-in-law and the other ladies in the family, arti. You have to qualify to go in that room when they're doing that part. You must be a mommy or have been a mommy yourself. And the arti, the newborn baby, long story short, take your time. Don't rush. Stay in here 1 moment. Let the lungs heal and form properly. No premature birth, please. Then that prayer, Durga Mata, bless this girl. She never made baby before. She frightened when you're there on that bed, as I'm told, and you are going into that room as you and your God alone. Frightened, afraid, brave is you and your God. So the girl is praying, bless me to go in that room safe and come out safe. Baby safe, no incubator, no trouble. Bless me with that grace. When that finish and baby born, mommy walk finish. Now it's daddy turn. And it starts around the time when they're going to check name. In this prayer now, just to give the young people a little insight, Nam Sanskar, you check, yes, you check the Patra with Garg, right? And you choose appropriate name indicative of, if tonight we say Ish Devta. Ish Devta is the former god that is protect the person, one person. Kul Devta is the Devta that protect our family. In our home, we must do Durga Puja. And then the Hindu believe in Gram Devta. Gram Devta is the village, the one that protect our area, our constituency from disease, sickness, etc. These things are considered, and the name is given indicative of things like what you know, your color, your Ish Devta, etc. Go and give this child a name. So what they do after they do the baby prayers, daddy just whisper, from today, you belong to this family. I just saying Krishna sing. You belong to sing. So the name, especially if it's a girl, it come back when the wedding going on. I join, I don't know, soul, I don't know where you come from. If you're in your previous birth, you was in the Mahadev family. But from today, so long as they sing, wherever the people doing good prayers, you will benefit from it. So they tie the person out to this lineage. On this side is where daddy says, I bless you. You will do well in business. You will become a great dancer. You will evolve into a very compassionate person. You will be very good in school, etc. First blessing. Then mommy, then Pandit, then Aji, Aja, Nana, Nani, etc. So he says, I cannot reach there, O Garg. Go and represent me, but make sure the blessing. I do not trust anybody else with my children. Go and approach Nand and let Nand know that I sent you to consecrate the air, the life, the Jivatma are my child, so that they must be protected, not only him but the son of Rohini as well. Let's hear what happened when Garg, after a short journey, he reached to take up the work of naming these children as he goes to meet Nanda Baba. Sita Rama kaho, Radhe Shama kaho, Sita Rama kaho, Radhe Shama kaho, Sita Rama kaho. Kaho, Sita Rama kaho, Radhe Shama 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 kaho. Alakshyato smititam yena samadit kapiyoga brajakuru dvijate atam smriti yena ta purva kamna yiti evam cha Sita Rama kaho, Radhe Shama kaho, Sita Rama kaho, Radhe Shama kaho, Sita Rama kaho, Radhe Shama kaho, Sita Rama kaho, Radhe Shama kaho. When Garg reached by the front door, come inside, Bonnet, come inside and explain everything. He says, in a home where proper prayer is not done, the child will come, but the child may get sick. The family members would get sick. For that reason, Vasudeva asked me to come and do proper rites, Stotra, benedictory prayer. This is why I'm here. O Nanda Baba, please guide me where I could do the prayer for not only your benefit, but the benefit of these children. Let us make all preparations for them. Nanda Baba didn't like anything more. Let's hear what happened. सीताराम बिना सुख कौन करे,
सीताराम बिना सुख कौन हरे,
राधे श्याम बिना दुख कौन हरे,
राधे श्याम बिना दुख कौन हरे,
सीताराम everybody
कहो,
राधे श्याम कहो,
सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो,
सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो,
सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो,
आयन हे रोहिणी पुत्रामा, वसुदेव गुण कारणि हे रामे, इति बल्याते विधुयदयाति, भवेति संकर्षणा ये इति पर, सीताराम कहो,
राधे श्याम कहो, सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो,
सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो,
सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो।
Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. After they did the prayer, simple, similar prayer to what me and you know. Wonderful devotee, Vedi, a beautiful mandap is prepared. All the ingredients for the prayer, all the fruits that are in the season at the time are brought. Offerings are done. And now the highlight for the prayer, the main difference then. Nanda Baba, as a foster father, is holding the child and he's about to say the prayer into the air. He says, Guruji, what name should we give this one, the older one, the son of Rohini? He says, based on his planet, his patra, he will be very strong, good qualities. And because of the strength, he will be called Bal. And because of his goodness, Ram. He would be a powerful, good person, Balram. Because he is considered to be the person who is transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, he is called Sankarshana, a name that is throughout Bhagvat. You will hear the name in Mahabharata, but you don't hear where it came from. Garg Muni says because he has the capacity to come from one belly and is born from a different belly. This is why we call him that. Garg did not want to discern the fact that he was such, that he is also from the Yadhu dynasty. But he says he seems to be a soul that has transferred from elsewhere to here. He says the second son now, in the different yug, he takes a form. In different time, he came in a white form. In a different time, a different age, a different yug, he comes red. In a different time, he comes yellow. And in this age, he comes very dark. And because of that darkness, that complexion, he will be referred to as Krsna. Although he is growing in your house, he is coming from Vasudeva. For that reason, he will be also known as Vasudeva, or the son of Vasudeva. There will always have, oh Nanda Baba, that little boy you are holding in your hand has so much of goodness in his future. He will have many names, Murari, he will be called Sham Sundar, he will be called Adok Saja, he will be the one that will change the trajectory of a person's soul. If you use his name is so important, oh Nanda Baba, that his name will affect the outcome of other people's life. He will become the delight of all the Gopas in Gokul. For that reason, he is also called Krishna. Because of who he was in his previous janam, he comes to play with them. And that camaraderie has to be fostered, Onand. Please remember, who are the gopas, the little boys and the little girls? The people that he's feeding them all the time? And sight, it might be important. It seems so funny that Krishna is always feeding these monkey and them. You hear about it just now. In Ramayana, when it was 6 months past Ram became king, it was time for him to send back all the monkeys and all the people to their various palaces. And he tells them, oh friends, oh great stalwart, all your sacrifice, all your life for me. And I cannot repay you sufficient in this janam. But in my next janam, when I come, you will come as my friend. And I will take this hand and I will spend the time feeding you. And this is why this whole Krishna Leela, when you're doing Bal Gopal Katha, and you hear how he gone and he breaking the pot and he getting vexed with everybody when he allowed to take thief and take the food to go and push it in the monkey mouth, or this one mouth, or that one mouth. Me and you just eat we self and say Krishna Arpan. In He name bless me. In these children case, in these Jiva Atma, Krishna himself come to feed him. How blessed these souls were. Vindravan Bihari Lala ki jai. He says, oh Krishna, oh Nanda, but in his planet there's going to be great amount of calamities. There's going to be a lot of stress. There's going to be a lot of harassment. There will be many rogues and robbers that will come to steal him, damage him, hurt him. Be forewarned. This is the day. If you are a bhakt of Krishna here tonight, tell me something. Why does Lord Krishna wear that peacock feather on his forehead, on the crown? I know Krishna, I think what I'm telling you. I know Krishna, I know how he murti to look, but I never really know that. In this praise, when the puja was going on, you just bring gift for the mother and say, well, I say in mommy, mommy, because of all your stress and sacrifice, look today, boy. If you say the father, when you go to see the child in the hospital, oh, the father and the aja and the aji, they get blessing when they see the eyes in good time. Their soul get liberation. Who make the baby? The girl who body make a body. Think what I'm telling you? She from she blood come this now and this go do all the pinda work for the family. What a blessing. So on the day when the Namkaran is doing, they just bring little gold, little cloth, what they could afford for your sacrifice. Dolahin, daughter-in-law, mother, Krishna Arpan. This is for you. In the same way, the mother brought, when they done do the prayer for the baby, you might be more familiar with the prayer when they're cutting the hair for the first time, when they do the Mundan Sanskar. The mother, after they shave the head, the mother just take the child to bathe and put on new clothes, pretty clothes. You want to dress up she baby. Yasoda Mata did the same thing. She goes and she get a pretty peacock feather and she tuck it in the crown and she say, you see, you hear what that pundit just talk about? All the bad and all the kill and everybody go watch you and Najar, etc., major, minor, may know what trouble will come. But the peacock feather will be your protector. Why? Valmiki Ramayana, it have a discourse. Please remember tonight we're here. Ne? Remember good. Plenty of people do prayers for Krishna and they doesn't know why. Ravan come to interfere in a nutshell. Ravan come to interfere with Indra and all of them. In those days, he wasn't married yet. So this is early Ramayana. And he come burying his chest. He want to beat them. He want to show how powerful he is. And Indra and all the devatas are doing yagya, puja. So they know while they're fasting, you can't get vexed. Your prayers go stop. So the Vahan, all the animals are around them. They decided from where they're sitting to jump into the animal. Indra went into the peacock. Yamraj went into the raven, and so on. When Ravan come and he burying and he getting on, where all the day, what kind of coward all is, all the run. And he get fed up with himself, nobody are talking to him, he left. Indra comes out of the peacock and he says, I bless you. You see, for this Seva, you allow me to maintain my prayers. From today, the black eye of Lord Vishnu will sit on your feather. If you watch a peacock feather when it's young, it doesn't have a black spot. That is how it originally the feather was. From creation, it remained without this black dot. And then after this moment, the black circle you see in the middle, Hindu people consider that to be the iris of Lord Vishnu. So he tell the bird, wherever your feather is positioned, whatever it facing, bad cannot come from that direction. It will repel bad. So mother now, with she little understanding, put it here. You see, you gonna be attracting bad and bad people. Wherever you walk, push back bad. This is why till today, go in some office where people have trouble with children, where your girl children have trouble, people interfering with them. I may not want to put a whole murti, but you will see in taxi, in different places, when your front door facing south, you will see people put peacock feather or pit here with peacock feather on the front door to repel bad, push back bad. Because of that. She say, okay, I hear what the Pandit said. The Pandit says that you will have to go and mix and meddle with serpentine people who's like walking snake and serpent. And because of that, I will dress you in yellow dhoti. Where does Krishna get the yellow dhoti? In our way, we have something called Pitambri. Pitambri is a goddess that lives in the color yellow. The energy we name she after the colors of all the colors that God have. That yellow is believed to be the yellow that is be linked to photosynthesis, healing, helping. You go take your child, you go outside when they had jaundice disappear. Right. We believe Pitambri is working. So you see a lot of yellows in your decoration. The kangan is yellow, protect the girl, she's getting married, protect the bond between boy and girl, they're getting married. That is why we stress yellow. And this is why till today when you're putting up your flag for Krishna is what color? Yellow. When you're watching the little Raksha Sutra, you put on your hand, mother. See, you hear the prayers they say in there, Christian prayers, but mother, please protect the person they're going to sit for prayer. Don't let cramp, don't let pain, simple things to big things. Don't let somebody come. Imagine I am doing prayers here now. Auntie, Tanti, we could talk to Pandit, what it is, so and so pass away. According to our rules, when you hear somebody pass away, you become unclean. Stop the prayers. This is why if somebody says they are doing prayers, don't take a phone call. They are doing prayers, wait until they finish the prayers, then interrupt them, then talk to them. This is where that comes from. It's not we have a problem with the phone or a text message, but if you get bad information, it affects the purity of your prayer. While the person sitting for the prayer now, imagine this yellow is doing protective service in a different way. And this is where in Ramayana you see Ram is in the yellow, and then you come back, Christian mother say, you see you blight. The Pandit say you have real trouble to face. Addressing you from little boy to big man, always in yellow. And this is why that color is there. Vrindavan Bihari Lala ki Jai. Sukdev Goswami says, after the prayer was done, after the name was done, after, imagine mother and father sit down and they want to know all. Tell me what gonna happen, who you gonna marry, where you gonna marry, where you gonna go, what gonna happen to him. Yasoda is the person who listens to everything, and because of it, one of the feelings that nobody else had is a form of anxiety. Unique to her mother. For every mother here, I'm a man, I would never know this, I'm told from my own mother time, when you're a girl, you know how you feel. You know how you think, you focus. Maybe you pray. Maybe you have a last $5, for example, what you would spend this last $5 on. But fast forward, you become a mother, and the type of prayer, oh God, this stupid child will be on the road. Oh God, he's driving now. God, it come like God gave you life. He gave you time. He gave you all the blessing. Yes, where we now say, God make you perfect, but I taking all the way you give me and I focusing on this child of mine. The road for the mother is different. Sometimes we don't focus it in the correct way when we're talking, but the journey the lady just go in internally is really unique to her. Krishna knew how his mother was, and as they are growing, O Parikshit, from being helpless on their back, now the two babies, as time passing, starting to creep and crawl. And from creeping and crawling, from sleep, she would hear it while she's doing her work. Let's hear what happens. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Send me a message, everybody. Those of you on the live, tell us where you're watching from. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha. Everybody.
Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Tandavinayakam Krishna ye sa prishti ye dum pranyata purushotam yate braja karma ye ke tandavye nayaka dim ye nayakam lokam madhuyati. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
When the baby is now born, the baby too soft, too tender, so not everybody want to hold. They see the baby, but then the baby starts to get a little chunky, a little chubby, starts to move. And the little children next door in the neighborhood, they want to come. Did he wake up? Did the baby wake up? And the neighbors now come to interfere with the mother while they are doing the work, study, tending, checking. They want to see the child. And these mothers, Rohini and Yasoda, have within their heart a type of defensiveness. Sukdev Goswami says it was as if something changed after that prayer had been done. And from the ladies that would focus on their job, very stable, the same people now became very aggressive. As if now in Nanda's house there were two lionesses ready to pounce on the wrong person touching these children. These children became like gems. And when the innocent little girls and the older women came to touch and touch, they would get angry, they would get upset, they would get uncomfortable. Why are you touching? You're touching too much. The same women started to undergo another change now. As from being no mother to mother, their bodies started to usher forward milk. And this milk started to flow spontaneously. When they got up and Krishna would start to cry, when he's looking for her and he wants to know, where are you? Where are you? Without coming to that body, without triggering anybody, the body starts to play with the mother and milk starts to usher forth and trigger the lady in a way that she cannot explain. For anybody who could figure out the mystery, tell me tonight. If you tickle me with my big belly, I go start to laugh, but you have to tickle me first. It's your body. For every mother here, I don't know. It's your body. Where the button, where the switch is my body, Baba. Where the switch, that press, that start to make milk flow when you had your papa. How God is work with this girl that all of a sudden, I'm not in control of myself, man. Milk coming. He says, Yasoda is seeing the power of the Maker work in and out she body. But she is so in love with she baby, she cannot see how God is working. And she has no time for the miracle of God, but is only studying the little jingle of that bell. That bell is as if when you ring the bell, the servant come. Even in this young age, when he's ringing the bell, she's running, coming to see what he needs. Let's hear what happened. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai
Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Yadavye Nayakam Darshanye Ayati Lakshmiye Vandate Brajaye Ayatam Brishkaye Nayakam Lakshmiye Nataham Ainakye Nataha Gajendra Ayati Jai Jai Radha
Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
When he grows a little more, I know everybody wants to come and kiss. Now he's a little chunky. Now his hair is growing. Everybody want to play. But when they don't play and they leave a baby, she's the one who goes to take off all the nazar, all the supposed energy. No matter how good people come by the baby, the mother always feels bad just reach here. Bad now touch my child. Bad now infect my child. And she is convinced in she heart she needs Lakshmi. How does Yasoda Mata bring Lakshmi on the body of Krishna? I'll give you a hint. You just put it by the eye. What she did? She went and she begged the dear light, sit on my child and take out the nazar in the form of kajar. Ghee is offered in prayer because it is liquid Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the diya, and when you burn the ghee and you put it here, Mother Lakshmi sit and take away the negative energy. When the person come and they come with bad, by your energy, push it away. Don't let it touch my child. Don't let it become part of my child. And she puts it, and she is saying her prayer. Who could say prayer more than the mother? When she's calling God in all his forms to come and protect my baby, bring back integrity, bring back health, forgetting all she duties now. Now she's laughing with herself. Every time she went to do something, so he's crying. Just as the calf, Parikshit, is only looking helter-skelter for mother. Mother cannot go in the field, the cow mata, she has to think about the calf. Realizing the change in her life, Yasoda is so happy. Oh, the baby looking for me. Oh, the baby looking for me. The baby is looking for me. And 1 minute she's angry, the next minute she's happy. When the mothers found it impossible now to restrain the boys, because the boys became like beasts, he says in verse 25. They want what they want. They insist. The teeth start to come. Let's hear what happened when the teeth started growing in their mouth. Together, everybody. Jai Jai Radha. Come on, everybody.
Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Grihani karta hum maapiye ratraham tej janani sheho anant paral manasye nayakam vashishye ayati Krishna paryayatam gram devayaham.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Then, as if the loving pretty popo became a carnivorous beast, the teeth start to come. And the same milk that was flowing from his chest, oh God, the teeth sinking in that. He leaves a permanent mark on the mother. Only the lady gonna know that pain. And although the beast is biting, she will feed this beast in a moment if the child calls for milk again. And as if the Shashti, the mother, the lady who is in charge of the womb and the cycle and the hormone of the mother, that Durga finds mercy. And the boy now, the baby's stomach, around the 6 months when Anna Prashana Sanskar have to do, he doesn't want that milk anymore. It isn't enough. And the mother, she feels as if, oh, well, what you give me this breast for? What you give me this? Look, he ain't woman anymore. From being high and brazen and proud, look how my papa wants me. She within herself, when nobody ever know. You want me again? You don't forget married. And goes through a kind of, I'm glad you're growing, but oh God, at my expense. The child starts to eat more. And now the joy, she gets to feed him to his mouth. Anything mommy offer him. If mommy feed me, I go eat. If mommy feed me, I go eat. And she finds joy in that moment now. And then one day the same teeth bite the finger too. But this lady is such a trapped. She is such a prisoner that now things are biting all your finger, spitting on you, vomiting on you, using you, choosing on you. And if they call you back tomorrow, you're going to do it. You can't say no, you within yourself want to do it. That you Seva now, you love it. It's a funny thing, this thing called mother. Parikshit, listen what happened now. Another fear of the mother is coming to light. The foot start to work, the knees start to straighten, the hips start to get strong, the muscles stand up. Oh, I'm celebrating, he's standing up today. Oh Lord, now he's running. Now he want to go by the door. Now he going by the road. Now he want to go with the friend and them. Let's hear what happened. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha
Ramana Hari Bol.
Kala he kalpaham raja he Ramaha Krishna ye nasakam gokule ayatam adhav ye nayatam aduk sajayati karmam palyayati ramaye ayati Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
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 Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana,
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Vrindavan Bihari Lala Ki Jai. O Parikshit, understand the predicament. This Jeev, this soul, everybody prays their God, give me time, give me money, give me this, give me that. But this person is born in a body where you are a servant. And poor thing, can't see the trap she in. She wants to serve. Everybody pray, God, give me health, give me all my faculty, give me all. And now, wherever I have, I taken it and I'm giving it to the Lord, this child. If my master tell me, come, let me go by the road, I'm going. If I have to walk slow for the Lord, I'm going. If I have to walk fast, if I have to get a snack, if I have to go and make Dalbury 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing. When nobody else gets you to do, this baby gets her to do. And one day, he go fall, he go rub the knee, and then he reach by that door. Parikshit, it was time this fella come to save the people of Gokul. But inside the house, in the anxiety of she heart, the only thing she had was to pray. God protect him, look he going. God, look, he going. The foot getting stronger and stronger, and the speed only picking up. Oh. And every time he make a footstep and he skid or he drag, he laughing, but she worried. She prayed. Balaram was always the stronger one. Krishna was always the planning one, the charming one. But he was the most pranking, tricking, laughing hard child. And she used to hear the songs from a distance. She prays now. At least I get a kiss before he leave. And when he come home, he had to come and run to mommy and throw all he weight on she. Just as how the cow, when they go out to the field, when the cow come back, when the calf come back, he goes straight by the mother. At least now, I still have a purpose for him. He still laugh with me. And then that little trickster get a little stronger and the diet, oh Lord, he start to eat more. And now she starts to see him choking his hand, watching for she into the jar with all the mark on. All the thief and all the friend and them coming to help him thief. All the monkey coming, children. All the monkeys came and he would not eat for himself, but he protein them out. Pacing the floor with all that she worked hard to. Today, me and you have KitchenAid. So we know about convenience with a switch. And that's still hard for some of the young girls today. This lady had to use swizzle stick to churn milk. And after sweat and a lot of work, they had the ghee, they had the butter, they had the yogurt for children to understand. And here the same child she loved, oh God, he breaking the pot. He mashing up all the ghee. Anyway, it had deer in the house, he mashing up that because he want to eat the ghee in the deer too. Anything he could get, he get in his hand. So the lady smart. She move it from in the counter and all ladies do that and put it on a little height. Who tell you we are going to reach to that too? He starts to climb. His friend and them is very loyal friends. Hold me on your shoulder and we go reach. Till today, people enact this mountain with people climbing on each other's shoulder to enact this mark on teeth. Parikshit, the person who is the first victim of this thief, this chode, was Yasoda. Yasoda did not, from the time Krishna come, this mother, a mother is a victim, defined in this lila as the person who have whatever God give you, but you come like somebody only thief in your time, your love, your effort, your prayer, your money, your energy, anything that make you you. Oh God, if he call for it now, I'll give it. How the Indian lady they behave with all his son. One of the hardest lessons to teach a lady when she get in the age. Well, ma, remember for the wedding on the Sunday morning when you rest your head by your bosom? Remember that day, mommy? Yeah, they doesn't like to remember that day. Remember that day, mommy? Yeah, you know what I mean, ma? I forget that part, I forget it. That mean your leg away, ma. That mean he big now and it's time for he to go on to the next stage. He hooking on to a lady now. You gotta give him a chance. If she can't cook the same and the bhaji, you gotta bear with them. Let him eat that bhaji without the salt, but leave him. And that is a simple example of the trouble because the lady can't done feed his son. When the son come, I had to make the wrap sahina pundit. He like the wrap one. I had to make. Boy, that lady could be on her last tablet. She taking that tablet to cook that food, you know. I know today we got to talk about doing sheep prayers and you're taking out food. If that lady was here tonight, that son or she would have been getting food tonight. I bet you. If he tell me he missed something, he missed him other food. I understand that. Like part of it. Here where we going tonight. The lady sit down and she's fed up because no matter where she put his mark on this child finding. And he breaking and he mashing up and everybody, I don't really know this part, everybody come telling on him, I didn't do it, ma. I didn't do it. And more that little mouth twisting and playing with she, more she getting trapped, more she getting tired up. Krishna used to want to bleed. Here it mark here. Oh, Parikshit, he wanted to bleed all the bad karma from this mother. He used to pass urine and watch she and hold the thing and run. Mere line, verse 31. Pass stools and she now clean here. And only between the child and the mother you're going to understand how true this is. Even in that growth, if somebody else do you that, you will trip off, you will want to kill. But this child, oh God, like your child now. As the house was clean, he would find the opportune moment to do mischief. In that moment, this innocent boy kept that mother heart beating, as it were. If he was too quiet, she was not comfortable. If he was sleeping, he slept too long. And more wickedness, she would go now. It's so funny how the lady just talk. No matter what wickedness this child, a same child because boy and girl alike, no matter what story, what leela they play today, instead of you cry on the trouble, you wouldn't believe what that child do. The story, your katha, when you talk to sister-in-law, neighbor, you're boasting about the trouble you're facing now. It became so entangled that this boy became she life. When, as they're growing, this thieving thing happening more and more, and it says here, Ma, I go thief. Ma, you see all of them this falsely accuse me. So you know that part with the mark, you know the bhajan, you see it in movie, and she running to hit him. And when she hit him once, if he tell me she cry, because he put 2 crocodile tears, she started to caress him, and you go stop thieving. Yeah, Martin, for today. Let's hear what happens in the next verse. It was time to eat again. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu
Shakti Rupena Samskrita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah.
Sangrihate Krishna Matiya Pal Yasoda Maya Ye Bhranti Shakshatam Shama Pratnati Kasmai Mati Padaye Yati.
Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samskrita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah.
Namastasye Namo Namah. Vindravan Bihari Lala Ki Jai. Now the role of mommy now, she come in the disciplinarian, she came bad. One day, all the boys, all the friends, the best of friends, and sometimes they could be the most trouble. Ma, Krishna eat mud. Everybody telling the version of the story to the mother. And she frightened, and she worried, oh God, now eating mud. What gonna happen when it swallow here? He gonna die, he gonna choke. How you gonna eat mud? When she turned to Balram, tell me the truth, what did, yes ma, he take it and he put it in his mouth. Verse 35, she turned to him. Kanha, did you eat it? Ma, I would never do that. Mind you know, all of them is lie. Them, ma, you watch my mouth. Ma, you check. Verse 36, and as he opened his mouth, the mother, the soul that was on this journey, all this trouble, good and bad days, everything she doing in her life, cook, clean, make money, sell the butter, sell the ghee, sell the milk, all for who she have under she now. Today was she blessing. Today, Krishna wanted to reward this mother for the sacrifice that she making, that the life living, and it was time now. You see so much and you never see the God in it. You see a baby. Today I'm going to show you the God, how God could work in your life. Oh, Parikshit, hear what happened when that little mouth with the sharp teeth open, and as she watch inside thinking she could see stone and mud. Let me hear what she see. For the young children who may not know this discourse, please pay attention to it if you never hear it. Shiva Om Shakti Om Hari Om Narayanaya Krishnaya Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah Narayanaya Krishnaya
Paramatmaya Namo Namah
Yadavyena Mati Vishnu Vishwarupyena Kaldevtam Balakatatra Drishyate Jaganadesha Smritiyatam Narayanaya Krishnaya
Paramatmaya Namo Namah Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
When she watched inside of that mouth, by the power, the Maya of Lord Vishnu, inside his little baby mouth, Yasoda is talking, Krishna, what is this? I'm seeing a universe, mobile, immobile. Looking around, she's seeing a sun there, a sun over here, a planet, a mountain, a continent, an ocean, the wind. Devatas are watching her. I've never seen these things. What is this? Different planet? Krishna, what is this? Parikshit didn't know. Nobody saw in all the book of Bhagvat, nobody saw this up until this moment. In me and you life, I've never looked inside a child's mouth and seen something like this. It was undescribable. It was unheard of. But here God was manifesting, not for the great Muni with all the beard, when Janu come from a particular family. No. Here he came from a hard-working, monthly cycle lady, a mother, a woman. She goes again, going in this gaping hole as if the entire universe is there now. Look, all the dead people in my family. Look, the Devata, the first form, according to Bhagvat of Lord Vishnu, is time. He is time. His first murti is time. That is why Hindus study time and time so much. Natya, all the different things are standing here. Destiny, future, past tense, things to come, different. All of this is happening. She says, oh Krishna, is this a dream? Am I dreaming? What type of fantasy? If I see fantasy, I'm supposed to know or have seen. But there are things I'm seeing here, oh son. I've never seen it before. How are you having this in your mouth, oh child? Let's hear what Krishna tells his mother. Ato Yadav ye yati Taraka Gaukara ye chinmat Karma vachano bhiryate Yad ashram prati ye yati. Come on everybody, we nearly finished.
Paramatmaya Namo Namah Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Mahavishnu takes the four-handed Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma form inside the mouth, and she sees Lord Vishnu just as Devaki and Vasudeva saw the night when Krishna Janam had happened, where Lord Krishna took birth. And he says, because of your past, because of your prayer and your goodness, today I came to give you your benediction, your blessing. How blessed are you to be the shell, to be the mother. If If you call her foster mother, if you call her stepmother, she did not biologically make him, but so great is her mother, regardless. So if you call her Mausi, when you're doing Tarpan, when we're doing Tarpan with Mommy here, the Mausi, Safal Mata, stepmother, all is mother. Parvati Mata, when Krishna comes as Ganesh, there's one discourse that explains that. Krishna comes in a very small form, like an old man. Say, Ma, hungry. And she was praying for a child. And in the night, in the morning you have prayers, in the night people come by your house. You have food there, Tanti. And Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva went and took out food. If you ever go to a Hare Krishna temple and you see they take out a feast where bowl, plenty to carry. This is reminiscent from this. She said, Muni, you sit down here. And she started to run in the kitchen and come out and she bring in food right around him. Rings of food is being brought. He said, Ma, I just want a little bit of food when I don't eat this. Brahmvaivat Puran, Ganapati Khan. Ma, when I don't eat this, my belly go get big. She said, well, when you eat from somebody, when you grow up with somebody feeding you, that is your mother too. There are 6 mothers in this life. One lady make you. One lady mind you. One lady grow you. One lady feed you. The mother-in-law, the person who caress you, accept you. All is mother. All equal. All have their purpose. And today I feed you. Oh, Muni, I feed you. By my mouth and my heart, bless you, let your belly get big. Because of that discourse, watch all your devatas tonight. Everybody just look like they come from the gym. But Ganesh Baba has that rosy belly. Because of the blessing of his mother, we celebrate that belly. And we call him Lambodara. Huge form, big belly, because of the blessing of that mother. In the same way, Vishnu says today, you are not biological mother, but you are stepmother. You are the one to guide and groom this child. And today, because of your soul and all the karma you have, today this is your blessing. See, not only in your life, but beyond life. See all God's creation, all God's work. Today, because of the life you live, oh mother, reap the reward. Think what I'm telling you here. For the life you live, oh mother. She didn't do prayers like me and you, She didn't do shrad. She didn't have time for that. Let the husband do the prayers. I go feed my children. I go clean my house. I'll do my duty. I'll do my karma. And in this moment, she's receiving the benediction because of it. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Aham Jiva Muktayate Pratiye Mukti Par Yashodatam Kalyate Satiye Ghakshtam Gopa Govindaye Yati. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. In that moment, in that conversation, now, maybe me and you still think that everything that God give us. Tonight I have our glasses like Keshava glasses. God give me this. I buy this. This belong to me. And I go live forever. And this house and the step and the car is mine. So you spend your whole life, me and you, we go spend your whole life fighting for what is mine, making sure the deed fixed, making sure everything in order, that's mine. We take the time and the things that God give we, and we think it is ours. In the moment, the drishti that Yasoda got, the vision, It wasn't like Ravan, where Ravan get 10 head, Vibhishan get devotion. It wasn't that they get something. In this case, Yasoda had the ability inherent, me and you have it too, to see God. And in that moment, God allowed himself, like in Arjun, to be seen. In that moment, that vision purified everything, and all the cloud that was blinding her vision, that this is mine, and this child is mine, and this son is mine, this village belongs to my husband, Nanda Baba, all of that left her, the mind, the eye that left. That is why in Gita he talks about when somebody is not on the right road, the language is, this is mine, this is my one, that is my rotima. For example, she is able to say one prayer that, dear Lord, what a veil you cast over a woman, that she does not realize the truth. And it's very difficult when you have to care for so many sparks and so many little ones are pulling on your dress hem, that the focus of seeing God in his true form becomes very difficult. To find devotion when you are being pulled in direction with husband, with life, with bills, with a house that need to clean. Oh God, the mother-in-law did this one, the neighbor trouble, and then focus on God is a little different for the mother, for the lady. And today, you reveal yourself to me. As you say it, Christian says, I don't want you to remember that. Because you will now always think like this. You will not remember me as son. You will remember me as God. So he pulls back the memory. And in that split second, she went back to being the ever-loving, ever-affectionate Yasoda with her Krishna. She says, you see, there's no mud in his mouth, as if she wake up from a dream. But the soul gained a blessing that day to jump forward in Bhagvat. Do you know how Yasoda ends up when Krishna has to go? Please remember this. Because at this moment, she's soul is considered Jivan Mukh. She's liberated while she's living. So when the Leela of Lord Krishna is coming to a close, and Lord Shiva incarnated as the son of Lord Krishna, somebody named Samba. And the trouble for him to finish is it doesn't start to play. All the Leela is playing. We know that Krishna, he does give up this life under the peepal tree. And for that reason, people worship the peepal tree. But before he had to leave, he went in Brahmavaivat Puran, you hear this discourse. He went back to Vrindavan years after. He's now a big man, no longer playing the bansuri anymore. And he tells Mother Yasoda, Ma, if you see me die, you will burn. Ma, don't wait for that moment to come. Radha was still living in Vrindavan. Radha, take my mother, Nanda Baba, all the gopis, all the gopas, take all of them and leave this place, empty the city of Vrindavan and let them go to Golok before I leave. And don't let them grieve. Let them sit on the other side and as she would wait when I was younger and wait for me to do all my work and come home with that joy. Let she keep to that. Let she go and wait with you in Golok and I will come back to her. But don't let her be alive and hear Krishna has fallen. The opposite happened to Vasudeva and Devaki. Devaki is alive in the latter part of Bhagavad. And Arjun comes to tell Yudhishthira, Krishna is no more. He has left the earth, he's gone. And by the way, imagine two people talking here and somebody well listening right here. Devaki and Vasudeva, like two beggars, wishing to see the son, heard that he died. And when she started to squeal, Devaki, another night we will do she discourse, she started to rip she blouse off. That what kind of sin I gonna make a baby. And the night I make him, they had to put him in a basket and move with him. I never get to feed my baby. The next time I see my child, he was a young, let me say a teenager, on top of cans when they're fighting in the arena. She didn't even know who was she child. She asked Vasudev, you know him? Which one? He said, you see the dark one? And he hear a little curly, that one is your son. That is how she's introduced to she child. The next time he done married, he done in Dwarka, big man. And now me him get to tell him goodbye. What type of sin? What type of road it is put a lady in? And in that ball, she started to rip open she bodies to say, where you give me this for, as a breast, as a woman? What you give me this for, if all I had was a burden of crying and tears? And in that moment, she died. That is how Devaki dies. In comparison to the blessedness of Yasoda. Tonight, when you have, everybody have good days and bad days, but when you have happiness, safety, but in your life, yeah, I'm telling you, don't be surprised. It have good days and have bad days. You come in and you go in. But the first thing over the Karaili, but my year is make the best soup. They still eating my food kind of thing. They still, you still have them and you could enjoy them. You always say, thank you, God. It could be worse. Vindra Van Bihari Lalaki. As we nearly finish, Parikshit says, if she gets all this grace, if this mother is afforded all this blessing, how? Not everybody get this grace. Not everybody has this amount of blessing. Not everybody could be a mother. Not everybody could get to have this kind of experience in motherhood. How is it that Yasoda is able to get this grace that Krishna himself, Lord Vishnu, would be her child? Last two verses, let's hear what happens. As the secret of who Yasoda and Nand, who they were in their previous birth. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam. Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari. Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari. Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam. Janaki Nayakam Ramachandra Bhaje. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam. Achyutam Keshavam
Ramanarayanam.
Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari.
Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam. Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje.
Nanda Kim Karo Dvij Vasuyatam Mahodam Yasoda Mahabhagyate Papinatam Hari Kathayetam Adi Pitar Nanda Govindatam Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam.
Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari. Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam. Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje.
Janaki Nayakam Ramachandra Bhaje. Here the question, Raja Parikshit. Raja Parikshit, the person who is listening to this for children, I know adults might have a little more memory. Raja Parikshit, Arjun from the copy of the Bhagavad Gita, Raja Parikshit is his grandson, not son, grandson. And he's the person listening to Bhagvat. He says, oh Guruji, Sukadeva Goswami, how, what it is that this lady is so fortunate that Mahavishnu comes to drink from her bosom. If today we get to offer Panchamrit on the Shaligram, we are considered blessed. When we offer dar, when we offer milk, Lakshmi, liquid Lakshmi's milk, this is why Lord Vishnu is in the milky ocean. If we put that there, we are lucky and blessed and great. How is it somebody could be so blessed that the Lord himself comes and puts his mouth to her chest to drink? What is the reality with these two people? Please tell that to me. He says, in a previous birth, there was a person by the name of Drona. He was a great Vasu and his wife was Dara. Dara was intent on praying to get something that she wanted, and she wouldn't tell anybody. She's praying, 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 praying. She is one of those people. If when you go home, let me show you how we just do things a little back to front. For those of you watching in different parts of the world, I don't know. I know there's a Sabha from Fiji tonight. Tell me how did this do prayers by you? In Trinidad, correct me if I'm wrong, and we just say the ladies on the left hand side when husband and wife sit for prayer. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? All right. When you go home, watch your Satyanarayan Pitye. You know the two people sit down at the base of the pitye? You will see the ladies on the right hand side of the mister and they're doing prayers. The truth now, the reality now, there is certain prayers where the wife leads and the husband is on the left hand side. Nothing to do with marriage, or they're married. That's a fact. But the lady leads in certain ceremony. For example, when different sanskar have to do and the lady pregnant, it is obvious she will be in front. Another example, when certain type of dan is going to be given, the lady leads the family. In this case, Dara never shrugged from her duty. For those people that are doing full moon puja, watch that picture when you go home. For people who just make Pach Parsad, where is Pach it for? First chapter, Satyanarayan Vrat, offer the Parsad that have plenty bran flakes. If somebody asks you, so what wrong if I offer white Parsad over Pach Parsad? The purpose of patching the Parsad, the Satyanarayan Vrat say, the Parsad you're offering have to have, where in today's world children will say whole wheat or wheat flakes. The content, if I eat it, it's good for my health. So I offering it to my God, so I'll get additional blessing. So when you put the whole wheat into the Mahanbhog, it gets a little brown. When we couldn't get the amount of flakes, people start to patch it in the recipe, so it's looking brown. That is where that comes from. That recipe, that modification, that is how it comes. So, because the suji halwa, what we call parsad in Trinidad, remember that word parsad just means God touch it and he bless it. When you get your parsad or prasad in the bag, check it. It could have fruit, it could have sweet, it could have different things. Prasad means something that God touch and it now bless. Mohan Bhog means the food our Lord Krishna. It is not specific on the recipe. What we call Mohan Bhog is really suji halwa. Suji is when you make the, how you call cream of wheat, and you cook it. The halwa is really white. The white, well, you know what I mean, white to yellow color with the ghee and all of that. It have a light color. But now when they put the whole wheat stuff in it, it gets brown. And that is with the patching. So you'll find that kind of parsad get a little drier, a little crumble. And that is why people say, hey, you should patch your parsad. You should offer patch parsad. It have a blessing, it have a benefit. If you put the brand, you go get the benefit. If you burn it, you just burn parsad you're offering. This lady used to make the correct type of prasad. And she would make a great amount of effort to do the prayer, lead, and the husband is touching next. And they would worship Mahavishnu in that Vishwarup with the four-handed form and pray that, dear Lord, remove evil, not only for us, but for the world. And bless we that when we come upon the earth, when we take birth, we would be used to remove the evil. Bless we that, yes, we want to be able to have and see a play and feed you and all of that. Feeding became her prayer. That I want to have you feed from my body. And Yasoda, it's so funny, didn't make him, but she get to feed him. Mahavishnu appears and he says, I will definitely come and I will eat and I will take up all your time. I will take up all your attention. You will not be able to jib, just as how you are praying now and you are fixated on me. You will have to live fixated on me. When your husband will come as Nanda, or that Drona came as Nanda, you will become Yasoda. All the Gopas and all the people that will incarnate, well, as I tell you, they were the monkeys from the time of Ram, come back. When all of them incarnate on the earth, they will come to feed from you as well. They will come to eat in your home and from your sweat, from your work. When Janardana descends upon the earth, the first person he will eat from, and the last time he get to eat from you, it will be when your work finish and you get to leave. That before you leave the earth, before you move off, he will eat from you. That is a blessing that Devaki did not get to have. Devaki cries for the opportunity to feed her own baby. In today's world, not every mother who make a baby get to feed the baby. It is amazing how God is working our life. In some people's case, they don't get to live like in this house. You don't get to see a mother reach this age. Some people lose them very young. But in this age, in this house, I could tell you, this mother she work straight up until the last. When I tell you this is Dr. handwriting. Okay, Bridgelal. Okay, Uncle Bridgelal and Uncle Avi want to sing a song. Right? So, let me do this last slok for the blessing of our mother, and then all singers all come in front so we could pass the mic to you while I'm doing this. Let me go back now. Having listened to the katha, just put your mind, one little prayer, put your hands together for those of you looking on. If your mother be alive, just give thanks tonight. Think about your lady, woman, your mother. Remember that lady. And tell God for what you gave me. Thank you for that. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya
Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Narayanaya Krishnaya
Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Krishna Brahman Adesham Satya Kuruya Braja Vivayaham Saramo Sankavedasam Isham Prapti Swalilatam
Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo
Namah. Tonight, say a prayer. Tonight, as we conclude this section of Bhagvat, it says the person who is able to listen to the journey of Yasoda, that whilst a person has good days and bad days, whilst a person has work, whilst they sweat, we sometimes forget we prayed for what we have. The children, the home, the duties, the feet, the hands, the senses. Good days and bad days all come from God. And when you listen to how Yasoda is able to get what she prayed for, bless the person listening, that the holy journey of God in the life of Yasoda bless all those that hear it. In our case here tonight, the mother of this home, her soul is traveling. And dear God, after reminiscing on this discourse, and I'm sure everybody have their own moment and their own point, this is my final point on this tonight. Dear God, bless the heart of the children, bless the heart of those listening, that when you reflect on the sacrifice of a mother, and a day comes that they have to walk slow, just as she walked slow with you, God, give me the strength to have the sense and the compassion to walk slow with her. God, just as how it had a day she had to feed me with a spoon in my mouth, bless me to have the sense and the compassion to feed her with grace in her mouth. God, just as she prayed before I came into the world, and she believed in the power of God to mold me into perfection. God, give me the strength and the compassion to pray that now she's going out of this world, that you will mold her into happiness, joy, and betterment. Principle of Indravan Bihari Lalaki. Tonight, put it in perspective. Imagine as a pundit, you have to quarrel with people. You ever shave your head for your mother? You ever do she prayers? Pundit are bound to fast to offer up in there. Now, the newest thing, we gonna make the pinna for you. You're gonna put the 9, 10 pinna in the fridge, in the deep freeze, and you're gonna take it out. You come from a belly where the mother tried to do the best for you. For every mother here, tell me, somebody see a fly sit down on a nipple, you take it with your own sense and push it in the child's mouth. Hindus have a practice of sattvic offering in the morning for the prayer. So we believe 1 pahar, 3 hours roughly. We tend to cook and make our prasad to our standard. It could be fruits, it could be what I could afford. I'm not arguing about the recipe. I'm looking at the, let me say, the cleanliness, the sanity. I don't want it to get spoiled in any way. So I'll make it fresh. In my example of somebody offering 2 weeks old pinda, then you have to think about the choices you are making. You have your prayers, you have your things to do. And yes, everybody has to face a funeral. Everybody has to face death. But you don't get caught up in this one moment. Remember all the years you had she. And remember all that she did for you to be who you is. You stand up here now. Somebody reach it there, you know. You did not do it on your own. Now she need me for 1 year. Partner, I could sacrifice for that lady. That is part and parcel of my religion. That is what I believe in. My mother is my first God. How a sinner works? You disown the God you could see for a murti that's shining in the corner in your room. And you over singing glory and doing praise. And not one day you will live right with your own mother, with your own father, or whatever, whatever relation you have. It have people who give trouble. I'm not saying no to that. But what you are judged on is not what other people do, It's what you do with the time God gave you. Principle of Indra Van Bihari Lalaki. Tonight, we are going to close now. Firstly, let's do a couple of mantras. This Samast Pap Naksh Stotra is a prayer that is asking for forgiveness of the sins that we all make. Permit me to explain one verse. O Lord Vishnu, put your hands together. O Govind, O Keshava, the bad words, the evil acts, the sinful thoughts, please pardon me. My salutations, I rest my head, my mind, my intellect, for all the days when this mind and this intellect, this mouth was not under control. I made evil thoughts, I did evil actions, and I beg you, O Keshava, please forgive me. Let all the sins committed by me whilst eating, sleeping, standing, walking, between the state of waking and sleeping, by this body, by this mind, by this mouth, which is capable of taking me into Narak or hell, or it is able to give me happiness and everlasting grace, by your name, only your form, only your katha will take away the pain that I cause my own self. Dear Lord, I beg you, please forgive me. That person who sings about Lord Vishnu, that person who sings about his Leela, that person who sings about his grace, wherever those people are, wherever that singing happens, wherever that reading happens, Bless the place, forget the people, the place with blessedness, with happiness, with goodness, with grace. Bless all that they touch, all they smell, all they see. Wherever people like that go, let that blessing pervade from them, stand in them, and make those bodies that were once filled with sin, make those bodies beaming with your power and your grace. Hari Om Narasim Ananta Govinda Bhuta Bhavana Keshava Daruktam Darukrushtam Darayantam Shamayantam Namostute Yamaya Yanamaya Chitintam Dushtam Swarchit Vashan Vartitam Akara Maham Artagram Tatcharam Naya Keshava Om Yad Bhujanga Yat Swadeshtam Gacham Grana Yad Deshtitam Kuruyantam Papa Madhammanakaye Manasa Keshava Yat Swalpapi Yat Stulam Karumani Narak Shri Gholok Vahanam Tari Yatha Pranashnam Sarva Vasudevam Kirtanataya Keshava Papa Pranashanam Stotra Ya Padhe Shrunuyapi Sarire Manasa Vejnana Kruyantam Papi Pramuchayate Sarva Papa Graha Debyo Yati Vishnu Param Pradhanyam Tasmat Pape Kruyantam Japyam Stotram Sambhar Mardanam. Let the person who read, let the person who hear this Papa Pranashnam, the destruction of sin is what the name means. That person who hear it, in this case we're reading it not only for ourselves but for our mother too. Bless the person to be rid of sins, things that they would have done in their past via their body, their mind, their words. Let that person be rid of all the trouble that sin, that burden of sin is causing them in this life, whether it is evil, whether it is evil planets, whatever form the punishment takes, dear God, wash away and lift your children up. Free them from sin as they chant this prayer. Hari Om tonight. Gita Ganga cha Gayatri Sita Satya Saraswati Brahma Vidya Brahma Valli Tri Sandhya Mukti Gehini Artamata Chirananda Bhau Agni Bhainashini Veratray Parananta Tatvarta Jnana Manjari. Dear Lord, that prayer means the 18 names of the Gita, the 18th chapter, the 18th name of each chapter. The person who call it burn away sin, burn away hardship, whatever mistake our mother make by virtue of our discourse tonight. Dear Lord, the only thing left for me to do is to pray for she. Make her road easy. Give me the strength that whatever I have to do for my mother tonight, if this home, my mother, if in your home, your mother, bless me, God, change me, God, improve. It's late if your mother's still alive. God, give me the strength to make time for that lady. Don't let that lady grieve because of loneliness. Dear God, let me act appropriate. Let me do what I could do whilst life is within the body. And when, like in this home, the soul start to travel, God, let my two hands lift the pinda, cook the food, do whatever done, whatever singing, whatever I could offer to you so that you could give her VIP access into the heavenly regions. I put all my energy. I'm not going to throw down myself and think, oh God, ma, you're gone, girl. I am a kurta now. This is not about me. In my heart, I will always miss my mother. My mother is my mother. But now, the direction is what am I going to do for my mother? And dear God, if you could give me that divine drishti, the ability to see what to do next, I take that advice and I will walk forward to make her happy. together, everybody, tonight as we conclude our prayer. Prabhu bless everybody who was able to listen here in Freeport and those all over looking on. Thank you for the time to sit together in this meaningful day, in this most memorable moment. Today was Abhish's birthday, everybody. Today was her day, and it remains her day as we continue to celebrate that mother, the hard work she labored to do for her home and people. And now the soul is traveling. We remember her with our Christian discourse. Together, everybody. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Together, everybody. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Hari Om. Prem Solomapati Mahadeva ki jai. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki jai. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. Jai Jai. Sitaram. Sitaram, everybody.